We've had some crazy things happen in the market today. Virgin Galactic is down about 6.2% at $24.78. But it's not just Virgin Galactic that's down. Check this out. The S&P 500 is also down about 2%. And if you look at other growth stocks, Tesla is down about 4.3%. Palantir is down about 7.8% in today's trading day. So a lot of companies are down. The whole stock market is down, but more specifically, the growth companies seem to be hit the hardest. And yeah, so it's nothing personal to Virgin Galactic. Today I'm going to talk to you about why the stock market is down and why we shouldn't worry specifically about Virgin Galactic and how it's not specifically related to Virgin Galactic only. So no company is spared. So let's check this out. So I'm sure most of you have heard about the Evergrande Scandal. Basically what happened was in China there is a property developer company called Evergrande, and they are the second largest property development company in China. And so it's a massive deal. What actually happened is this company has borrowed a lot of money in order to become such a big company. So it's actually borrowed $300 billion. So they've got $300 billion of loans, which means they've got loads of interest that they need to pay to the people that they've borrowed money from, which is a significant number of banks. So they've actually borrowed money from 171 domestic banks and 121 other financial firms, meaning that every month, every week, every year, they've got lots of interest to pay out. And what's actually happened now is they're struggling to pay even the interest to these companies. So there's two ways things can pan out. So one of the things which we don't want to happen is basically potentially if the company Evergrande defaults, and then the banks basically lose the money that they lent out to these to Evergrande. What's going to happen is the banks will have to reduce the amount they can lend to other companies. They have to be a bit more careful now if one of the largest companies in China have defaulted. So what that does is it creates a ripple effect, or like a domino effect, where if other companies aren't able to borrow money from banks, that's going to cause them to potentially collapse. So this can cause economical collapse in the Chinese economy and potentially the global economy. So that's definitely not what we want. The second option is what I'm personally hoping for, which is that the Chinese government will come out and bail Evergrande out, meaning that they will pay off the debts. And if they can pay off the debts, then this will prevent this whole domino effect that I've just described, which could potentially lead to a massive collapse in the economy. So that's the first thing. That's probably the most important thing, but there's something else as well. So I'm sure most of you know about stimulus. The Federal Reserve has been providing a lot of stimulus for the stock market to stay afloat over the past year or two. And potentially we can see them announce over the next 2 days a potential tapering of the stimulus that they've been providing. So if we do see a taper in the stimulus, then this could potentially affect the stock market and affect growth stocks, more specifically things like Tesla, Palantir, Space. But yeah, so these are the two main things. So obviously we're hoping for more stimulus because that will allow the growth sector to remain to continue to grow, and then obviously if the stimulus gets tapered, then potentially we will see the stock market go down, and more specifically the growth stocks will be hit the hardest. So yeah, in the next few days, I think and even in the next few weeks, we're going to find out a lot of information. It's going to be very important to stay closely monitoring the market and what's going on with this whole Evergrande scandal, as well as the Federal Reserve. I'll be keeping you guys up to date as to what will happen and any news that we hear. I'll be grateful if you could smash that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.